Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this one. And ring that bell so you get notifications. You won't want to miss future episodes. Okay, today we're diving deep into something pretty crucial for understanding, I think, India's economy. The insurance sector.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether you're like a UPSC aspirant studying for your exams or a student, learning about finance, or honestly, just anyone who wants to get a better handle on how money works, this deep dive is for you.
Yeah,
We're going to go on a journey through time.
I like that.
We're going to trace how India's insurance sector evolved
Okay.
from its humble beginnings all the way to its current position
Interesting.
as a global powerhouse.
Yeah, what's really cool about this sector is it's not just like dry numbers and policies and stuff,
Right.
It's a story of transformation.
Okay, yeah.
It's about how a service that used to be, pretty limited
Yeah.
actually became a key driver of economic growth.
I see.
And financial security for millions and millions of Indians.
I love that. A
Yeah.
story of transformation.
Yeah.
So let's rewind the clock way back to the very beginning.
Okay.
Our journey starts in Kolkata
All right.
with a woman named Anita Bhavsar,
Mm-hmm.
and she established the Oriental Life Insurance Company.
Oh, wow.
Now, what's fascinating is that this company, way back then,
Yeah.
mainly catered to the European community.
That's really interesting. This kind of highlights a crucial point about the early days of insurance in India.
Okay.
It was a concept really, that was initially limited to a specific niche.
Yeah.
But as India went through its own transformation,
Right.
the insurance sector did too. They
Yeah.
kind of went hand in hand.
Yeah. And a major turning point in this whole transformation
Mm.
was the Insurance Act of 1938.
Oh, right.
This act basically handed control of the whole industry
Okay.
to the state.
So that's a big shift.
Yeah. Huge.
Yeah.
And this act kind of set the stage for a truly momentous event,
Okay.
the nationalization of life insurance
Wow.
in 1956.
Coke?
And this led to the creation of this giant we know today as the Life Insurance Corporation of India,
Oh, right.
LIC.
LIC, yeah.
So all the existing insurance companies at the time were merged
Mm-hmm.
to form this behemoth, this
A huge
huge entity
Yeah.
that held a monopoly over the sector for decades.
Wow. So for many Indians, LIC basically became synonymous with insurance, period.
Yeah. Totally. But change was on the horizon
Oh.
in the late 1990s.
Okay.
India opened its doors to private players.
Interesting.
They shook things up a bit
Yeah.
and ended LIC's monopoly.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah,
That liberalization, that was a real pivotal moment.
right.
The arrival of private companies brought in like fresh ideas
Yeah,
and competition, a renewed focus on customer service.
yeah,
It also signaled to the world that India was serious about attracting foreign investment.
yeah. That's a good point. And that brings us to foreign direct investment, or FDI.
Mm.
Starting at a cautious 26% in 2000,
Okay.
the FDI limit in the insurance sector gradually increased,
All right.
reaching a pretty substantial 74% by 2021.
Wow. So that clearly shows the government's commitment to, opening up the sector
Mm-hmm.
and fostering growth.
Yeah.
They recognize that attracting global players and their expertise would be crucial
Yeah.
to really propel India's insurance sector,
Yeah.
to that next level.
To the next level. So
Um,
we've gone from a limited service for a specific community
Right.
to a sector that's actively trying to attract global investment.
Yeah.
That's quite a transformation.
Absolutely it is.
And along the way,
Mm-hmm.
the sector has also diversified. Today we have a bunch of different players offering like life insurance, non-life insurance,
Yeah.
health insurance, reinsurance.
Yeah, that diversity is really crucial.
Right.
It allows individuals and businesses to kind of mitigate a whole range of risks,
Yeah. Yeah.
like from health emergencies and accidents
Yeah.
to natural disasters and business interruptions, all sorts of things.
Right.
It's about building a safety net
Right.
for individuals and for the economy as a whole.
And this growth and diversification
Yeah.
reflected in some pretty impressive numbers.
Yeah,
Ready for some stats?
absolutely. Let's talk numbers.
Right.
So in 2021, India's insurance premium volume hit like a massive $127 billion.
Wow.
Yeah. that's not all.
Okay.
India got the 10th spot globally
Mm-hmm.
in total premium volumes
Okay.
and second place among emerging markets.
Those are huge. Those numbers they really paint a picture of a sector that's booming.
Yeah, yeah.
But for those of us who aren't like finance experts, what do those figures even mean?
Right.
Like how do we measure the growth and the reach of insurance?
Well, that's where, the concepts of insurance density and penetration come in.
Okay.
So insurance density tells us the average amount of money each person in a country spends on insurance every year.
Okay.
So you can think of it as like a way to measure individual awareness
Okay.
and participation in the insurance market.
Yeah.
In India, this figure went from just 11 pollen 1 cents in 2001
Okay.
to $91 in 2021.
That's a huge jump.
It is.
It sounds like more and more Indians are understanding like the importance of insurance.
Exactly, yeah. It shows that insurance is becoming, more accessible, more affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, insurance penetration gives us a broader perspective.
Okay.
It looks at the overall size of the insurance market compared to, like, the country's economy.
Okay.
It's basically a measure of how deeply insurance is embedded into the whole financial system.
So how does India do on that front?
So in 2000, insurance penetration was just 2.7%.
Okay.
But by 2021, it had climbed to 4.2%.
Okay.
So this upward trend, while it shows there's still room for growth,
Right.
it also shows that the sector is steadily gaining ground.
Yeah.
And here's another exciting figure. The market is projected to grow at an average annual rate of around 9%
Wow.
over the next decade.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so India is definitely becoming a hotbed for insurance activity.
Yeah, it's clear that the sector is on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
But what's driving this growth? I imagine government initiatives have played like a big role.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The government has launched several key initiatives to boost insurance coverage and awareness.
Okay.
Take, for example, the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana,
Okay.
or PMFBY for short.
Okay.
It's a crop insurance scheme to protect farmers from, the financial devastation of losing their crops to natural disasters.
That's vital in a country where agriculture is such a big part of the economy
Yeah, absolutely.
and livelihoods.
Yeah.
What other initiatives are making a difference?
So another big one is Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Arogya Yojana,
Okay.
or ABPMJAY.
All right.
It's essentially a health insurance scheme providing coverage to millions of families, particularly those who are vulnerable and lack access to good health care.
Oh.
These initiatives they're not just about the numbers.
Right.
They're about protecting lives and livelihoods.
Yeah, absolutely. They're about providing that safety net.
Yeah.
Especially for those who need it most.
Yeah, exactly.
And the government's focus on strengthening healthcare infrastructure, especially after the pandemic,
Yeah.
has also really helped the growth of health insurance.
Right. The pandemic really, underlined how important health insurance is,
Yeah.
both for individuals and for the entire healthcare system. It was like a wake-up call,
Right.
highlighting the need for more coverage and accessibility.
Yeah, so we've seen incredible transformation and growth in India's insurance sector.
Mm-hmm.
But what does the future hold?
Right.
Where do we go from here? So the future of India's insurance sector, it sounds really promising.
It does.
What can we expect to see in the coming years?
Well, all signs point to continued growth and innovation.
Yeah.
In fact, India is on track to become like the 6th largest insurance market globally.
Wow.
Yeah, surpassing, big economies like Germany and Canada.
That's huge. And a big part of this growth, I imagine, is technology.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the tech revolution, but how is technology actually transforming the insurance landscape?
Well, imagine like an AI-powered chatbot
Okay.
instantly assessing claims and giving people personalized insurance recommendations.
Sure.
Or, robotic process automation, or RP, like streamlining all these complex processes.
Yeah.
Freeing up human agents to focus on more, specialized tasks.
Right.
So this is the future we're moving toward, a future where technology just makes everything smoother, more personalized, and improves the whole customer experience.
Yeah. So that sounds like a win-win for both insurers and customers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But with all this automation and AI and all that,
Mm-hmm.
are there concerns about jobs being lost in the sector.
Yeah, that's a valid concern, and it's something we definitely need to talk about.
Right.
However, I think technology will mainly enhance what humans can do rather than replacing them entirely.
Right.
Some repetitive tasks, yeah, those might be automated, but there will always be a need for human expertise.
Yeah.
Especially in areas that need complex decision making, empathy, and building relationships.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's more about adapting to a changing landscape
Yeah.
than fearing, becoming obsolete or something.
Right, exactly.
And speaking of adapting, remember that giant we talked about earlier, LIC?
Yeah.
Well, in 2022, it took a giant leap
Okay.
by going public.
Right, LIC's IPO, that was huge.
Yeah.
It was not only India's largest ever IPO, but it was also the 6th largest globally.
Wow.
So this signifies a major shift in the insurance world.
Okay.
It opens up opportunities for individual investors to be part of the sector's growth.
Okay.
But it also puts pressure on LIC to innovate, to compete with these private players.
It's almost like a coming-of-age moment for the sector, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
We've gone from a state-controlled monopoly to this dynamic market with both public and private players, all competing for attention and investment.
Right.
It's amazing how far India's insurance sector has come.
It really is.
And for anyone listening, whether you're, prepping for the UPSC exams or just figuring out your own finances or just interested in how India's economy is doing, this sector offers some really valuable insights.
Yeah, I think understanding India's insurance sector, it's not just about memorizing facts for a test.
Right.
It's about understanding this really vital part of the Indian economy.
Yeah.
A sector that's woven into our lives.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
From the farmer who needs protection from, crop failure to the family that wants healthcare coverage.
Right.
Or the entrepreneur who's trying to protect their business.
Yeah.
Insurance plays such a crucial role.
Absolutely. And as India's economy continues to grow, this sector will just keep evolving, innovating, expanding its reach, touching more and more lives.
Yeah. It's been an amazing journey exploring, the evolution of India's insurance sector.
It has.
From those humble beginnings to its current, position as a global force.
Yeah, and the journey's not over yet.
Yeah. Not.
The future is full of possibilities, driven by innovation, technology, and just this growing awareness of how important financial security is.
It's been great having your, sharing your insights and guiding us through this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
And to our listeners, we hope you found this deep dive informative and engaging. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep exploring.